This person is going viral on Twitter for a very stupid take. They claim that all white people are racist with no exceptions. Just by being born white, you are somehow evil and you should spend your entire life atoning for your sins. Now, I went to their TikTok just to check if this was like a one-off video. Maybe they were really drunk one day, right? But apparently this is their entire personality. Every video is pretty much hating on people who've done nothing wrong and making them feel really horrible about themselves, while simultaneously looking like a flaming hot Cheeto. So let's take a look. Sorry about the watermark. The original video was just deleted.
I'm feeling spicy, so here's my hot take of the day. All white people are racist. Every single last one of them, all of them are racist. And I don't mean that to say like every single individual white person, if I talk to you, you would have some kind of racist ideology. I'm saying that as a white person, you uphold a system of racism by literally just being white. I believe if you're not spending your literal entire life dismantling racism, then you're contributing to its continuation.
So you're telling me that just because somebody was born a certain race or a certain skin color, which is completely out of their control, by the way, they should spend their entire life obsessing over race, kind of like you do, as if they've done something individually bad? Yeah, I think you're straight out the loony bin. I don't know what it is with the old colored hair and nose ring. It's like a 9 out of 10 chance at this point. Like, I'm not even making up these statistics. Like, actually, there seems to be some bizarre correlation here. I'm really sorry if you're like a normal person who just wanted to dye your hair or like kind of look cool, maybe look like an anime character. It's kind of been ruined by these people. Also, spoiler, judging an entire race just by their skin color, an attribute they can't change anyways, is, drumroll please, racist.
And people get so like, whenever like I say like people are racist, like why is it such a big deal? Like, yes, you're racist. Like, okay, we've established that. Now what are you gonna do to change it?
Apparently just be born another race, because it seems like that's your only option if you're white. Because you said it's something you are regardless of your actions, so I don't know what they're supposed to do. So apparently you can be a white person just living a normal life, you know, treating people with respect and treating people equally, but you're still racist because this person said so. Also, it is a big deal because that is a horrible label. I mean, nobody wants to be labeled as racist, especially if they didn't do anything wrong. I think you actually have to show some evidence of someone being racist or doing a racist action. If you just start calling innocent people racist, then you kind of dilute the meaning of the word entirely. And you can only kind of say this stuff when you're incredibly, incredibly privileged, because how is it you know, someone who's so oppressed, is able to comfortably just say that an entire race is racist, you know, just by existing? Surely you don't have any privilege just being able to say what you're saying. I mean, imagine a white person saying all black people or all brown people are X bad quality. Wouldn't that be racist?
Racism refers to power and race. If you are the powerful race in a society, then you're racist. Like, I just don't understand why it's so taboo. Let's talk about it. Let's accept it so that we can work towards changing it. We're never gonna get anywhere if people won't just acknowledge it in the first place.
Here's probably the biggest shocking fact that you will ever hear in your entire life. The world is actually bigger than America. I don't know where this absolute god complex comes from, where they think they're the only living beings in the entire universe. For some reason, they are just unable to grasp that locations actually exist outside the United States. I mean, like, I don't know, go to Asia or something, a much larger continent, and white people are no longer the majority there. I mean, in some places, you literally have to go through an entire country just to spot a single white person. You know what, just for argument's sake, let's just say no other place exists other than America, right? Because you clearly live in fantasy land over here. So you can argue that, okay, this white guy who's like this random billionaire will obviously be a million times more privileged than you. But what about Joe down the street? What about that white guy that works at McDonald's for minimum wage, who can barely afford rent, his mom is dying of cancer or something, and he's barely getting by? Are you really gonna call him extremely privileged and racist for existing? God damn, the Cheeto dust seems to really have gone to your head. She reminds me of like an opposite Sneeko. You know, completely opposite views, but equally loony, just in the opposite direction. Now, for some reason, they made another video clarifying that it's actually okay to be racist. It's not a bad thing. So stop getting offended that I'm calling an entire race racist, guys. It's okay.
People think that being called a racist is synonymous with being called a bad person.
Probably because it is. That's like calling someone a serial killer and being like, don't get mad if you didn't actually kill any people. It's a horrible label to be associated with.
I never said that people are bad people because they're racist. I said they're racist. You very well can be a good person and be racist.
What kind of mental gymnastics is going on here? I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess you can be a good person and be racist in some extremely minute scenarios. Like, I don't know, I guess my grandma might probably be a little racist because, I don't know, lots of stereotypes or something, but she's lovely, obviously, so maybe you have a slight point there, but that doesn't apply to most people. Usually someone who's explicitly racist is probably a horrible person, and most people, like, I don't know, a boomer grandma might be racist out of, like, ignorance or not knowing too much about it, or just different times and different ages, but something tells me you're not talking about grandma here.
There are a lot of good people who are racist because these ideologies that are placed into you are exactly that, placed into you, conditioned into you, because we live in a sick and sad society. So of course you're going to have ideas that are sick and sad. People immediately hear racism, and since that contrasts with their idea of who they are in their head, which is a good person, they jump to defend it. There is nothing to defend. You can be racist.
Yeah, I think some of the hair dye must have seeped into your brain cells over there. Maybe one of those nose rings got lodged into your prefrontal cortex or something. Now you're just talking crazy, okay? And I love how you've actually embraced the hot Cheeto look with that red outfit. I applaud the effort.
People are racist. Pretty much everyone is racist. Our curriculum, everything that we see, our media, it's all racist. So of course you're going to have that in your head.
Okay, I can definitely agree that there's a lot of, like, hidden racism in society, for sure. Like, if you start looking into certain things, it does get a little bit sad, but I don't think you have to hold a gun to the head of people who had nothing to do with the problem in the first place, and by virtue of them just existing in this world. I mean, imagine if you just randomly started hating Doritos, right? I think that would be pretty racist of you, being a Cheeto, right? So I think Doritos and Cheetos can live in harmony without actually stepping on each other's toes. And sure, some of us may have extra cheese, a little more cheese than the other, but it doesn't change the fact that we're all chips, you know? Some people prefer Doritos, some people prefer Cheetos. It doesn't make them racist.
It's literally just society conditioned really bad ideas into your head, and you're unaware that you're perpetuating them. It's not your fault that the ideas were placed into you, but it now is your burden to undo them, and that's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's all you're saying. By the way, all white people are racist. That's clearly not all you're saying, okay? This condescending attitude, acting as if you're just superior to everyone and you gotta dumb it down to our level to explain to us, is so frustrating. If I had a suggestion, I'd say wipe off the Cheeto dust, maybe dye your hair black again. I hear that gets rid of the crazy. Click this video or you're racist. Bye bye.